Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my backyard. Today is May 17th and this is my weekly shop update. So real quick, if you missed last week, if you're in the Toronto area, there'll be a meetup on May 28th. I'll be there along with a few other content creators. There'll be links and information about that in the description down below. So this week, this is the biggest thing happening in my life. By far the biggest. So this is a piece of silver maple. It's a crotch section. It is 48 inches in diameter down at that end, and right here is about 58 inches. And this was a very interesting thing to load. This is the maximum width I can fit through my log arch, but other than that, the arch and the winch had no problem picking this up. So let me show you how that loading went. So I got this log from the same place that I got that other ash log from. These are, they were street trees that were removed for a road project. So the city cut these down. The city I got them from cut them down I think last August or something. And they've been sitting there just for firewood or whatever. So I found these ones on Craigslist. I get that question a bit. I find a lot of my stuff on Craigslist. And this was another Craigslist find. There's still a bunch more logs there that I'm going to try and get out and grab, but there are some logs there that are just too big for me to even move or even mill at all. So there's some trees there that were 6 feet in diameter, which is just massive. I couldn't transport them or cut them if I could get them here. So let me give you a quick walk around of this log, and then we'll head into the shop and take a look at some other stuff. So as you can see, this thing just barely fit through the legs on the arch, and I did have to trim it a little bit on this side. I probably trimmed it more than it needed to be, but I wanted to have enough clearance so I didn't get it up there and then realize I got to cut this thing more and the steel's in the way. But that's not too big of a deal. I'm gonna have to trim this back to kind of clean this up anyway, and then that'll remove a lot of this cut anyway, so a lot of that's gonna be waste. On this side here, I've got a little burl, or a couple of burls here. I've got a burl there on the underside, and then a small one growing there. And then here is the butt end. That's 48 inches in diameter, which is just massive. The other thing on this log is I've noticed a lot of spots that look like they're gonna have a lot of figure. So here is a lump, or it looks like a lump. That's actually a lump of quilting. So there's gonna be some quilted figure there, and then you can see here all these ridges. That's the curl. So this is gonna be a figured log. So I'm gonna have crotch figure, some curl, and some quilting in here. So this is going to be an awesome log to cut up. And just for a scale comparison, here's the log I picked up yesterday, or whenever that was, 2 days ago, and here's that big ash log that was like the biggest thing ever. But this is a lot bigger than that. But they weigh about the same. That's about maybe 6 feet long or so, and the ash log was a little over 10 feet long. But they have about the same weight, about 3,500 pounds. So this week I was able to get just about all of the trim installed in my room that I'm working on. I just have to do that big window still. I still have to go to the lumberyard and buy some of that stuff. And I'm thinking I'll probably have time to do that tomorrow, so I'll take a drive and pick that up tomorrow. So one thing I'm doing in that room is kind of, I don't know if weird or different is the right word for it, but there's a window unit, or window AC unit in there that I need to trim out, and there is a door in that room that goes to the kitchen, which is kind of a weird spot, or it's kind of a weird door frame. If you've been following the shop updates for a while, you know I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with that door, but right now I'm just going to install this trim that I made around it just temporarily, because I figured if we ever do something to the kitchen, which we need to at some point, it's pretty outdated, that the whole door jamb thing would get replaced anyway, so I don't really feel like putting the effort into making the casing for the door frames if it's just going to be removed, within a few years. So I made this really simple trim. This is just a rectangular piece of cherry. This is 2¼ inches wide by about 1 inch thick, so it's about the same thickness as the rest of the casing. And all I did was just put a little bevel on it. So really simple trim. Now let's go around that AC unit and around that door temporarily. So the biggest news from last week is the sofa table project is totally done. All the videos are released on that, and I am super thrilled about that because it's been quite the process to get all those done. There were 14 videos total. I was doing a video a week for the last 14 weeks, or I guess 13 weeks because I did 2 last week. So it's been quite the haul. I'm really happy that it is done. I'm looking forward to doing the next thing, and I hope everyone that has purchased that and was watching it enjoyed it, because it was a very fun experience, and so far the feedback has been awesome. So thanks to everyone for your support on that. So let's get into some viewer projects. The first one today is from David. This is a sitting bench. This is built using the plans from the Wood Whisperer. David is 18 years old and just getting started in woodworking, and this is his first major project. He built this one out of cherry, and it's going to be staying indoors. Next, we have these Arrow of Light Awards by Tony, and these things are awesome. He said that each year he makes the Arrow of Light Awards for the Cub Scouts who are crossing over into Boy Scouts. He doesn't have a table saw, so he does all of the cuts with a track saw and then hand planes them to the same thickness with his grandfather's number 4. That's awesome. He works with a local engraver to do the brass plates, and the arrows come from an arrow maker in Texas. Great job, Tony. I love these things, and I'm sure the boys really love them as well. Next up is a Beads of Courage box by Donny. So this box is given to children with health issues. The children collect beads for each of their treatment milestones, and they're able to store them in these boxes. Donny did an awesome job on the box itself. He did a great job on the video. If you haven't checked out Donny's YouTube channel before, it's pretty awesome. Donny's a funny guy, really energetic, and super nice as well. So be sure you check out his channel as well. Lastly today, we have a curly oak coffee table by Shawn. He built the table to be a display case for his Indian relic collection. The cast iron legs are from an old desk used in a one-room schoolhouse. The legs were adjustable so the desk could go up as the children grew. I think that curly oak just looks awesome, and I think you did a great job on this one, Shawn. Really love the finish on this as well. So I think that's about it for this week. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything in today's video or any of my other videos, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.